Okay, in this lesson we're going to learn how to schedule tasks. The first type of schedule I'm going to talk about is manually scheduled. This is the default setting. And if you're not real familiar with Project or don't get to use it a lot, this is your setting. This is how you want to do it. It gives you all the controls: start date, end date, duration. Basically, it's you set that. And then, of course, the other is auto scheduled. Project sets the start date, end date, and duration. And you can set the criteria. And you can actually, you don't have to do this for all tasks. You can just go within your project and set the tasks that you want auto scheduled. I'll be surprised if any of you all use this auto scheduled. But if you do, if you want to learn more about it, contact me. I'm not going to spend much time with this one because I don't think you'll ever use the auto. If you do, let me know. I'll be glad to work with you. But you got these two little buttons, got the manual and scheduled. Go ahead and play with them a bit. See what happens when you click on them. Or if you start a new task, it'll insert a task, and it'll ask you in the little information box whether you want it to be auto or manually scheduled. Go ahead and click on that and see what happens. Okay, in the dialog box, click on the Advanced tab. You'll see it says Constraint Type, and right next to it is a box with a pop-up menu. You can click on that arrow and see what comes up. And you can choose, there are 8 of these things. You can choose whichever one you want. By default, Microsoft Project uses from the start date. So by default, the task constraint will be as soon as possible. Rarely change it, but you have that option. So by default, it's from the start date, and by that default, it's just as soon as possible. We also have this little box here. It says deadline. If you click on the arrow, a counter will show up. So if you've got a specific task highlighted, you need it done at a specific day. You can specify that using the pop-up window. I highlight this task, haul recycling. Click on the information button. Click on the advanced in the dialog box. In the pop-up window, click on start no earlier than. Go to the constraint date, and in the pop-up calendar, go to July 5th, 2016. Click on that. And just click OK. And there's my icon in the Gantt view. Now let's add a deadline to task 120, ready to move in. Click on the information button. Click on December 31st, 2016 on the calendars and hit OK. And there's my icon in the Gantt chart view showing that I do have a deadline. So go ahead and save your project, and you can close out project now also.